Smash the like button. Also, Bobby Lashley is no longer the leader of the Hurt Business. It's Maxwell.
All right, so here's what I don't like about fake pro wrestling. People want you to tell them what they want to hear. Well, nigga, you at the wrong place. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I give you facts and evidence based on my knowledge about certain subjects. So, there's talk online about Speedball Mike Bailey, the Taekwondo master, running that fade with Bobby Lashley in a real fight. That has been a discussion. People want to know, would Mike Bailey have a chance against Bobby Lashley? Yes, he would have a chance against Bobby Lashley. First off, none of y'all know about fighting. All you know about is fake pro wrestling. Let's be real. You don't know about Bobby's mixed martial arts career. You don't know anything about Bobby's career in real fighting. You don't know the level of competition. You don't know anything. All you see is his record, but you never watch not one fight of Bobby. That's why you have no credibility. I watched every fight of Bobby. He was not that good. He was fighting fat guys, white fat guys who were not at his level. He was not fighting elite competition. Hell, I think Speedball Mike Bailey can beat up a lot of guys that Bobby beat up in mixed martial arts. Also, watch your mouth, dog. I'll fuck you up. Speedball Mike Bailey would fuck you up. X-Pac would fuck you up. Robert Whittaker, Israel Adesanya, Conor McGregor, we all would fuck you up. Michael Venom Page would fuck you up. Rick Rufus would fuck you up. What do we all have in common? All of us are high-level Taekwondo guys, which means all of us are highly conditioned and we don't get tired in fights. Guess what? Bobby Lashley had a nickname. His nickname was the Fat Guy Strangler because he was beating up fat, unathletic white boys who were not at his level. Mike Bailey has speed. He's the better striker. He's younger. Bruh, we need to count age into this discussion. He's younger than Bobby Lashley. That is an advantage. All right, bitch? Okay, so what type of fights are we talking about? Is it mixed martial arts or is it kickboxing? There's a huge difference between kickboxing and mixed martial arts. If it's kickboxing, yes, Bobby will lose. Yes, guaranteed 10 times out of 10, yes, Bobby will lose if it's kickboxing. Bobby was a shit striker, yes, but if it's mixed martial arts, I think Speedball Mike Bailey might have some troubles against Bobby Lashley if it's mixed martial arts. Because most likely, Bobby will try to take down Speedball Mike Bailey, the Taekwondo master. All right, so this fight, it will be a striker versus a wrestler. So both things might cancel out. First off, don't be brainwashed by Bobby's muscles. Those muscles are all show, no go. There's not a lot of guys in mixed martial arts that are big and buff because being big and buff will hold you back in martial arts. What part of that don't you understand? That's why I don't pay attention to you marks. You don't know how to fight. You don't know what fighting is. Big, bulging muscles will hold you back. People need to realize that I'm also a buff-ass guy with muscles. And sometimes when I fight, if the fight takes a long time, if the fight lasts to the later rounds, yes, I will gas out most likely because muscles need to breathe. Listen, Taekwondo master, Speedball Mike Bailey, he's more faster, quicker, he's more athletic compared to Bobby Lashley. He's younger. Speedball Mike Bailey has the advantage against Bobby Lashley in a real fight if they ran that fade. Oh yeah, here's a fun fact about Bobby Lashley and his mixed martial arts career. To my knowledge, the only black man he fought was Bob Sapp. Let that sink in. That means his record was very inflated because how can your only black guy opponent be Bob Sapp? Listen, Bobby Lashley, he's buff and he's slow. He's never fought a man who was athletic. He never fought anyone who was elite at striking. He never fought anyone who was fast, quick, Bobby Lashley has never fought anyone who was a Taekwondo guy, which means he has no defense on getting his head taken off by a kick. My guy, Speedball Mike Bailey, Taekwondo master Mike Bailey is a 4th degree black belt. That has to mean something when it comes to running that fade. But if we're talking about martial arts, let's talk about Bobby Lashley in mixed martial arts. Most of his fights, he was beating up white guys. Let's be real. He was beating up white guys. I would say the only black guy I seen Bobby beat up was Bob Sapp. But I'm like, bruh, everybody beats up Bob Sapp. What do I grade Bobby as a mixed martial arts guy? I will give him a 6 out of 10 because most of his wins came against beating up fat white guys who were not at his level. You see, a lot of you marks, you jerk off to fake pro wrestling a little bit too much. You are the definition of a mark in terms of just because Bobby is a big, buff, jacked up dude, has a mixed martial arts record against low-tier fighters, you think he's a badass. I'm like, bruh, his record is against low-tier cab drivers, right? Truck drivers, part-time guys who do mixed martial arts. His record is not that impressive. He was fighting low-tier fighters in the independent circuits of mixed martial arts. It was not in the UFC. You are fooled by his size. That's what makes you a mark for fake pro wrestling. You look at his size. Oh, he's a big buff dude on steroids. All right, so Speedball Mike Bailey does Taekwondo, which means Speedball Mike Bailey can kick his head off. Listen, Bobby Lashley is not that athletic like you think he is. Go back and watch his fights. He is not athletic, and he's not fast. A lot of y'all don't know that. Go back and watch his fights. His fights are on YouTube, right? He's not that athletic, and he's not fast. Most of his fights were on the ground because he's not a great striker. That's what Taekwondo Master Speedball Mike Bailey has over Bobby. He's faster, quicker, younger. He's a better striker than Bobby. Bobby does not kick. When Bobby was in trouble, he will take you down and wrestle you. That's his main game. That's his foundation, wrestling. But let's be real. If Bobby fought Brock Lesnar, a prime Brock Lesnar, Brock will finish him off in the first round. I'm being real. Because Bobby had a problem with gassing out and staying conditioned. Bobby had shit cardio. Mike Bailey has great cardio. Bobby has shit cardio. The only thing Bobby Lashley has over Speedball Mike Bailey is the wrestling, the ground wrestling. That's about it. But I'm like, hold on, bro. You got to worry about Mike Bailey and those kicks. You got to worry about Mike Bailey kicking your head off. He's a striker. He's a high-level Taekwondo guy. You got to worry about that too, bitch. That's like saying, yeah, Bobby Lashley can beat up a Bruce Lee just because he's bigger than Bruce. Well, how is that true when Bruce Lee was known for beating up bigger guys back in the day? In fact, this reminds me of that jackass Michael J. White over here saying that he can beat up Bruce Lee just because he's bigger than Bruce Lee. I'm like, wow, what a dumbass statement. Bruce Lee will beat your ass, Michael J. White, because he has more skills than you. He's faster, quicker, he's more athletic. You dumb bitch. Bruce Lee has his own martial art that he created, which is Jeet Kune Do. So what makes you think Michael J. White can beat up Bruce Lee in a fight just because he's bigger? Nigga, that don't mean shit. I beating up guys that are way bigger than me, bitch. Let me repeat. I've beaten up guys that were bigger than me. Hell, nigga, I want you to be bigger. That means I have the advantage. Because for my size, I'm strong as fuck. Which means, nigga, I want you to be bigger than me. Because I'm fast, I'm quick, and I got size. All you have is size. Well, I got size, speed, and quickness. There's a guy by the name of Demetrius Johnson. He's a UFC legend. He said that John Jones didn't have to gain weight to become a UFC heavyweight champion. And I agree, because John Jones had skills to pay the bills. It's all about skills. All I'm saying is Speedball Mike Bailey has a chance against Bobby Lashley. You niggas act like fucking Speedball can't fight. Like, nigga, he does Taekwondo. He will kick your fucking head off. I would too, nigga. He will kick your head off. I seen Bobby fight. He's not that great. The only thing Bobby does great at is wrestling. That's about it. But what if you take that away? He's nothing. He's nothing without the wrestling. He's like Mark Kerr. That's who he is. He's Mark Kerr.